Hey, what's up, Dragon Brood? We have a really fun deck today, but before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to Terrence Murphy 380, who left a comment on our, I believe it was our Dimir Hyper Aggro deck last week. So credit to you. You get to be the winner that's drawn this week and get one of our cool giveaway packages. And if y'all want to be eligible, remember to leave a comment on this video and every video throughout the week, because we pick a random video from the previous week and pick somebody who left a comment, and we just give something away. So all that being said, Terrence Murphy, go hop in the Discord. Send me a message so we can get you your package. Everybody else, let's talk about this Mono Black Ugin deck today. Up top, we have some Nowhere to Run, because we need our removal along with Strategic Betrayal to remove stuff from graveyards. We have a couple copies of Terminus, because we do want to ramp up to our bigger spells, and late game this does have good value. We have Maze Mind Tome to draw some cards and gain us a little bit of life. Scavenger Regent. This is a card that sort of fell off a little bit in recent weeks, but it's still very good here, and it's just a big 4/4 dragon. Hedron Archive, a way to get some extra cards and some mana. Solemn Simulacrum can also get us cards and some mana. We have Villainous Wrath, which is a newer card, but really fun. Can drain the opponent for a couple of points of life, which isn't bad. Of course, Liliana Dreadhorde General. I say of course like everybody's playing this, but it's still a good card and can slowly take over the game by itself. We have Virtue of Persistence, just another way to gain a little bit of life to buy us some time while dealing with creatures. And of course, Ugin, Eye of the Storm, the star of the show today. Exile your opponent's stuff, gain life, draw cards, do all the fun things. And then Lewis Pompous Pillager. You normally see this in aggro, hyper aggro, mono black type decks, but here we're going to use it as a finisher because we're going to have a bunch of mana anyway. But yeah, if you've been looking for ways to play Ugin, this could be your list. But want to remind everybody, if you want this or any other stuff or Avatar, because that's coming out soon, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. If you use my code DRAGON, it's DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on whatever you get, and that could add up to a bit. For now, though, let's go see if this mono black version of Ugin is any good. This feels like a dangerous keep. I'm gonna get rid of that. This is marginally better. Hey, at least we can get rid of graveyards. That's got to count for something, right? Yeah, we already know what they're doing, so we will work toward getting rid of graveyards. Question is, can we just respond fast enough is the issue. Let's go ahead and do this. I mean, they could also just play, what's his name here? Sephiroth. Okay, it wasn't a Sephiroth, so that's good. Could have been worse. Oh, well that's kind of interesting. I'm sure they'll sack the nesting bot here, because that's what I would do. Yep. Makes the most sense. And then do this, so they have to probably get rid of the Gorehound. They won't get rid of... I don't know, maybe you get rid of Umbral Zealot, so you can use Gorehound to keep filling the yard. Nope. They had other thoughts. Sure, you got it. Yep, that qualifies. Don't know if this is quite going to get us where we want to go, but it's not terrible. Don't hate it. I mean, if you have any removal spells, I finally have a creature. And you didn't kick it? That feels really random. Like, am I missing something on that card? It costs 2 and then 3, right? And they have 3. Oh, was one of those tapped? Oh, maybe that's why. Okay. So it's like, that doesn't make sense to just not do that. Okay, we'll go get some land. Go ahead and play this thing. Let's get rid of a permanent. Destroy a target non-land permanent. Alright, cool. That's fine. What you got for us? A land. I mean, we could double block Servandin. Oh, opponent's going digging. They're like, nah, if you're going to do this, son, we're going to make you get rid of everything. Sure. I mean, I'll still double block here. Yeah. I mean, it's still in our best interest. We get 2 cards out of the trade, get rid of their best card. I have to scry now, because this is the only thing they can get rid of. Oh, yeah, that's more than fine. Alright. Sure, you got it. Okay. So, they would be able to sack a lot of things. And they have 2 of those, could attack. Alright. I'm going to wait one more turn. I'm going to be a little greedy here, hoping they don't get their Raise the Past. And then we're going to try to get off a big Lewis here. Okay, plan worked. Okay, maybe. Alright, we can do this. What's that? 9, so we can do it for 6. Oh, actually, that's bad math. We can do it for 7, obviously. Alright, now we're at 16, and we have some Mugaroon, and we have Villainous Wrath, which is really good. Yeah, we're just going to attack. Alright, that works for me. Yeah, it feels like also in this scenario, once we start gaining that much life with a 9-8, they don't even have very good situation. Because even if they do get everything back, they drain us for, I don't know, let's say 6 or something. Then they're in a situation where they're sacking everything. They're having to block with Servandin, so Servandin gets to maybe kill this or whatever. It just becomes a whole bit of a mess. But either way, that was really good for us. I'm just realizing what this deck needs is we should be playing some of the charm. Like this thing. The Archenemy's Charm. Exile a creature or planeswalker, return 1 or 2 target creature cards or planeswalker cards from a graveyard to your hand. Since we are playing Ugins and Lilianas and stuff, like this could be relevant. Now, I don't know what we replace because we kind of want everything else. I could see maybe like 1 Nowhere to Run being a thing. Kind of like all our other options, sadly. We can get rid of like 1 Simulacrum, possibly, even though it does ramp us a bit. I think that's probably fine. And then I think we can go from there. Do not like this. We need to have some amount of removal or something, and we can't keep that. This is a lot better. Sadly, we're going to have to put Ugin back in the deck, though. Well, we drew Liliana. That's like the next best thing. It's going to take us a little while to get there, though. Okay, we're on the life gain thing, huh? I guess we just do this and get rid of it. Because if we wait, they'll strategic betrayal something else, and if this is just a life gain deck, I mean, this could also be another Raise the Past deck. Alright, another Starscape Cleric. Sure. Alright, that's not terrible. I mean, I would have rather it have been a land, so next turn I know I could play Mazemind Tome than draw a card, but this isn't terrible. Yeah, there's a Hinterland Sanctifier, not a surprise. We're going to play 2 things there. I think this is still some type of... I think it's a life drain deck that probably also plays Raise the Pass, is what it feels like. Lunar Invocation. They haven't lost life this turn. So the beginning of each step, if you gain life, each opponent loses one. Sure. I think I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay, well, not what I was looking for, but you know what? It may have to do. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Pass the turn. I'm at least scry, try to find that extra land. Then we should be able to do this for like 2 and be okay. Yeah, this will be fine. That's a cool little combo. Lose life to be able to trigger your convocation. That's cute. I'm actually going to put a stop during my upkeep just in case here. So that we could scry, and then if we miss, we'll scry again. Actually, you know what? I may not even do the thing. Because we need, if we want to do Scavenger Regent, we're going to need more land, actually. So we don't need to stop now. They have some type of instant speed thing that it keeps stopping for here. I don't know what it is. Let's see what the opponent's willing to sacrifice here. So I feel like this could be a great many things. I don't know what they want to sacrifice. Okay. So they're prioritizing trying to trigger their Lunar Convocation. Which is fair. So Liliana... So we're going to have to try to Scavenger Regent, I think. Then Liliana. And after that, we might be able to do something. Oh, they're going to use that now? Great. I'm not mad at that. Oh, because they need to be able to gain life also. I see. That makes sense. Well, we'll get a Maze Mind Tome back if we get rid of their stuff. So that's kind of nice. Damn it, Hedron Archive. You're supposed to just be a land. That's all you had to be here. I'm not asking for much. I promise. Oh, so interesting. So it's a 4 now. If that goes to 5. Yeah, I kind of have to do this, right? And just see what the opponent does. Because they're not playing creatures here in that type of deck. They have to be playing some type of important removal or something. Alright. Let's see what you got. I mean, for all I know, it could be other Shelter Bagos too. And if that's the case, that's going to suck for us. Exemplar. Ugh. Alright, well the good news is we will get to get rid of this entire board. And get back a Maze Mind Tome. So that's something. It's not going to feel great on the way there. But, you know, things we get to do. And then hopefully Liliana's enough to help us out. I will take that, actually. Because at some point, we're going to want to blow up the Hedron Archive, most likely. So just having lands we could use is going to be solid. Alright. Let's go ahead. We have to do this for 5 now. Whew. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fortunately, none of those are dragons. Oh, no. What do they have here? If they even put a +1/+1 on a guy, like, we're cooked. Okay, that doesn't do anything, because that's just hexproof and indestructible. So your dude still dies. That's fine. Yeah. Not having spot removal there was good. Not using this charm, because I thought about it, that could have actually backfired on us. That would have been real sad. And you have a Zora line. Wow. Okay, well, it's good we have this Liliana then, huh? Let's scry. I will not take a land currently. Let's scry. Okay, I'll take that one. I'll take it as a sign. And make you sack 2 creatures. Alright. Pass the turn. Now we get to draw a card. We can maybe start making tokens. Actually, a couple different types of tokens. Alright. I mean, might as well draw into something. Yep, that's what it's there for. You have all the life. Sure. Don't hate it. Let's draw a card. And let's scry. Ooh, you know what? I do kind of want a Terminus. I have to activate this as a sorcery or whatever, right? No, I can just pay that. Oh, wow. I can do that anytime. All right, let's make a token. Let's play this. It's just a good turn all around here for us. And I get to gain life whenever I use my Maze Mind Tomes. And then we're just going to get rid of this, I think. Actually. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. Pass the turn. And they can keep paying life to draw cards. Like, so at some point, they're going to find an answer. Okay, that one wasn't, so that's good. I'm wondering if they found another protective spell. And we did the right thing by getting rid of their creature there. 2 of those? Great. We can live with that. Alright, let's scry. So we go to 12 and we're out of any type of danger range. Yeah, let's go ahead and scry. Hell with it. We're in a situation now where just... Wow, we had a lot of land, y'all. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. So we can do this for 2. So let's go 6, 7, 8. All right. Do this for 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll work. And if they sweep the board, we get 4 cards. So, yeah, we're not even worried about that. That should do it. Okay, cool. What do we do with this? I guess mulligan. Having 2 Ugins early probably is bad. I can't imagine a world where that's good for us. Alright. I'm putting Lewis back because this is a removal. This lets us ramp into Hedron Archive. And then maybe we get a chance to do something. But my thought is we're probably going to draw a bunch of mana along the way anyway. Because we're going to need removal and other things. Alright, let's go ahead and hit them with this. Just to slow them down, because, I mean, it's probably going to be an Ouroboros next turn anyway. Nope, it was a Goldvein Hydra. Which I guess is good for us. I would have Ouroborosed, if that's a thing. Alright, at least now we have Villainous Wrath. We don't completely die. Alright, Heirloom. To play what? If that's all we're doing, I'd rather just get to where I can exile the Hydra. If we could be so lucky. Okay, what's the plan here? I guess we do this. This at least can chump some amount of damage. even though their creature tramples. But if they also empty their hand enough, we can just be like, all right, fine. Take some damage, you know, from the Villainous Wrath. Yeah, I'll block. We'll take one. I'm very concerned about giving them the mana from the Hydra here. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing what I'm doing, that's really the issue. Alright. I mean, I might just, at some point, just have to go for it, whether I like it or not. End the turn. The bad part is they have something here, and if it's the counterspell that you have to, like, pay X equal to a creature's power, we might also be in trouble. Enduring Curiosity. That sucks for us. That might be the beginning of the end. That's 2 cards. Not a lot we're going to be doing anything about. Unless we get lucky where they play a land and tap out for us, potentially. Nope, that's not even going to happen. Yep, that's tough. Well, we can get rid of both. Well, you know, we get rid of stuff, then we can start getting things back from their yard. I mean, that's not nothing. Why would you tap this way, Arena? You give me the option to draw cards. They're going to get a lot of mana here, though. All right. So we're still not out of the woods by any stretch. And then I have to decide if it's worth drawing 1 or drawing 2 here. The answer is probably drawing 2. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, here comes something else to accompany it. No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we still have 8, even if we... So if we hit Ugin, because it's probably our only out here, right? So we gotta put a stop. You are not Ugins. You by yourself are not good enough. If I'd have had a turn prior where I could have like got rid of everything, then had a chance to Terminus, probably could have got out of trouble here. Oh, crap. I needed... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Not that. We do have the Charm that could exile as well. So we do have multiple things we can draw here. That was none of them. Yeah, then they're going to draw like 3 cards. Yeah, all right. I'm going to give them the GGs and move on. Even if we could win, I'm not going to sit through it. They can have it. Man, I guess we keep it. It's kind of slow, but we have a removal. We have a ramp spell. We'll just have to hope that at least buys us enough time to get where we want to go. Opponent's coming out with the damage lands right off the bat, though. That's tough. Forsaken Miner. Well, that's fine. That doesn't affect us very much. Let's go and get rid of this before silly things get started here. Sure. If that's how you get me, you get me. Let's stop dealing with this problem. Most helpful. Oh, you know what it is? I've seen some version of this recently. It's it's weirdly like a skeleton deck, but plays a few tokens as part of it. I mean, we might end up just having a Liliana next turn. Problem is, you Liliana minus, then they play the thing that gives you like the haste skeletons, so it gets kind of silly. If you would like to kill that and let me draw a card, I would not be disappointed, opponent. Let me tell you. I would definitely be into that, in case you were wondering. Pass the turn. Now that we have Arch Enemy's Charm, we don't have to worry about too much here. Because I would love the opportunity to block if you'd allow me to do so. Double strike and reach. Sure. Yep. Continue your turn. If they don't do anything else, I'm going to assume they just have spot removal or some such. Because, I mean, what else would you be doing here? Alright, I'll take one and make a token. Though often making treasure is probably the right call with this deck. I'm going to just go ahead and Ugin first here. Because I think Liliana's technically a little bit better in this situation. Being able to get rid of multiple creatures, being able to make more blockers, draw some cards. And then here comes a Shelter to try to get rid of Ugin. And then we're going to Liliana and make them minus that. So we get paid off again for waiting. It's great for us. Sometimes patience is a good thing. Then we just Liliana. And then before the opponent gets a chance to use whatever that card is in hand, I'm going to do this. Though, I will say if the opponent... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if I attacked and then got to draw the card. Kind of the same thing. Yeah. We'll just pass. And that'll do it. Yes, we'll keep this. I mean, if we don't hit a fourth land, this is like abysmal for us, but, you know. When you draw your first or second card, you can cast an artifact card. I don't even know if we want to wait around to mess with that. This doesn't do anything otherwise, right? You may cast an artifact creature from your hand with mana value less or equal to the number of ingenuity counters on it. Yeah, whatever. I don't think we need to wait around to find out. Plus, with the way our hand is, we're not going to be doing anything on 3 other than just playing a land, most likely. You know what? I'm just going to do this and say, hey, come get it. What you got's going to deal with this? Because no matter what, if I hit a fourth land, I just want to play a Hedron Archive anyway. Or he's going to use Braided Nets on my guy? Fair enough. Sure, that makes sense. Needed a mana there very badly. Could have set up a Liliana, and then we could have been off to the races. Now we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Still a chance we could get Ugin and get rid of the Hedron, so... Or, I mean, play the Hedron so we can get rid of Synthesizer. Maybe. But that's going to be our best opportunity. Alright, need an untapped land next turn. Hopefully they don't have double Synthesizer here. Repurposing Bay, alright. Well, that at least buys us a turn. Okay. And we got the Ugin. Fantastic. And by getting rid of this, we also shrink down their 4/4. A little plus. Nice. That's not terrible either. Now if we could just find some of our artifacts, we start getting rid of their artifacts. And that would be a fun trade for us. They could also just play any of the black spells to get rid of planeswalkers here too. What is this guy? When creature becomes tapped, untap another target permanent. Oh, I see. So you can get this up faster to get extra mana. That's cute. I don't know if it does much of anything, but it's cute. That's nice. Let's... Actually, hold on. Do I want to add mana, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10? I could Liliana and Solemn? That's kind of hot, actually. Okay, so let's go 3. Hopefully I got my math right here. And then we'll get rid of the Repurposing Bay. Get me a land. Then we will attack before playing the Liliana, so we get 3 in. And then when I play the Liliana in minus, we also get 3 cards because we'll sack our Simulacrum.
I require servants. Your time
excellent.
To get my hands dirty. My packs give me. You've reached an undead.
All right, that'll work. That one was looking a little dicey because we got stuck on that 3rd land, but as soon as we got the archive down, it just unlocked everything. Oh boy, I'll keep it and try, but this is probably a bad keep. Oh, now it's definitely got worse. That's not what we want to see. All right, that could be helpful though. I mean, this might be a matchup where we just straight up play Regents and make them kill them and discard some cards. I don't know. Yeah, pass. Gonna draw a card here? Yep, they are. Ooh, cease and desist. Is that gonna be good against us? Probably. It's gotta be at least decent against us. So here's the tough thing, right? If we play the archive, they're probably gonna destroy it. So let's at least just play one of these, because I'm assuming they don't have a lot of creatures. I think that's a fair assumption. So at least if they target this, they'll have to discard a card. Now, they could also just have their own, you know, strategic betrayals or whatever here, which might happen. Oh, deadly cover-up. Yeah, sure. I guess. Wasn't considering that to be a thing, but we do get to replace the card in our hand, which is actually good. So this looks like Golgari Control of some kind, which is wild, but I guess I'm here for it. This can be a game we have to win with Lewis. Liliana, good to see you. Now, if I were them, I might consider getting rid of the archive here, just to make it harder for us to cast the Ugin that they know about. They don't know about Liliana yet. Okay. The fact that they didn't has me a little concerned. That they're not worried about that. So let's go ahead and do this and just get a card. At least Liliana makes a bunch of bodies, and that could matter. But I assume they're just going to kill Ugin here, right? See, we know things. We've been around the block a few times. Sure. Because that gets rid of enchantments, right? Yeah. Yeah, so it's just going to be a long game against a Golgari Control. We could also use Fountain Port for some stuff. They have their own Fountain Ports, so that's all going to be kind of silly too. Alright, let's go here. Thing is, they also know about Lewis now, so that's not even a secret plan anymore. That's just a straight up plan they know about. And also be aware that they were willing to just throw away Paw Patch formation when they know we're holding 2 Virtue of Persistence. So that also says to us to some extent that they're not afraid. They probably have another way to get rid of enchantments. Okay, so they're their own Virtue of Persistence. Alright. Nowhere to run? Cute. Alright, so I guess we just take a chance on a Planeswalker here, huh? Or do we just play our Virtue first? What does that leave us with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana? That doesn't do much for us. But let's go ahead and do this. And then we can also, like, Lewis for 3. And just, like, pick and choose your removal. I know you have a handful of it. Yep. Told you they had another one. But this is at least forcing the issue for them to deal with our stuff and see what we could put together. Yeah, alright. Rankles Pranks, you got it. So are you holding another Paw Patch? Ooh. Ooh, this is interesting, though. Alright. I'll return some things. Have another one of the cease and desist? They do not. Okay. Now we get to mess around a little bit here. And then we could still Lewis for 3 again? Alright. I mean, in the battle of control decks, if you can just out-resource them, sometimes that's the best plan. Alright. Have another sweeper, Rankles Pranks, or whatever. Sure. Though next turn we have enough mana that we could Virtue Persistence and Liliana on the same turn. And then if they just have that many answers, then, you know, credit to you, boss. You got there, you know? Well, let me double check that math. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 and 6 is 13, so we're still good. Just needed to be sure.
The undead make. Let us march into battle and make new
Go attacking.
This is more enjoyable.
And I don't even have anything in the yard now, right? They don't either. They're probably just planning to kill us with creature lands or something. Or maybe they're on the Lewis/Moreland plan themselves. I don't know. Oh, Hostile Investigator. I don't even have a good card for you to take. So this feels like the opponent's plan was apparently to just remove a bunch of things and then kill you with a couple of, like, junky cards, I guess. I don't really know what their plan was, but I'm down. We'll get a card.
Death is such an effective tool.
Huh. So I guess I just removed their graveyard, because if all they get back is Lewis, we don't care that much, right? Because, like, their guy's more annoying for us. And they would have a chance to get that back before we do. Alright. Do what you will. We also have Ugins we can draw that they don't have. So we can get rid of their Virtue of Persistence. But they're probably worried about getting rid of our Liliana first. Let's make a token. Because at this point, every point of damage matters to them, and we're at 30 plus. So we don't care that much. We effectively have near infinite resources right now. Oh, and a backup Liliana. Look at that. Okay, well, go attacking. And every creature that dies, we also get a card, so there's that. Alright. Nowhere to run. Sure. I mean, you do what you gotta do to stay alive here. I don't fault them for it. Do I even want to draw a card here? Like, if I use 3 mana, I have to use 2, 3, so that leaves me 7. Yeah, sure, why not? This is the one being targeted, right? Nowhere to Run's targeting what? This one? I was pretty sure it's this one. I mean, we get the card either way. I guess I shouldn't even mattered. I forgot we're going to draw from Liliana.
Don't speak ill of the undead.
Okay, well, they're at 5. Totally forgot Liliana was just going to get me a card, so it's sort of irrelevant. But,
Give me strength.
I mean, I guess technically we get 2 cards off of it. And then we try to drain the opponent for 5 here. Make some zombies. Drain for 5.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
Oh, I could have done it for 6? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it does, because they could gain 2, actually. Oh, you're Robert. Yeah, sure. Alright. We got there. So I stand corrected. The opponent's plan was to kill you with your stuff. Or they were just going to grind you out, apparently. But okay, somehow we got there. I thought this was going to be more difficult. But there are some things I do want to talk about on this deck. So let's get to that, and then we'll do a wrap-up. Alright, so what I'll say about this is, I do think all the different cards got to do the things they needed to do, so that was actually really good. And getting to use Scavenger Regent might not necessarily be the correct end results, because we might still want 1 or 2 Deadly Dispute, right? Or is it this card, Deadly Cover-Up, not Deadly Dispute. But just to be able to get rid of answers permanently, so we just don't have to see them again. And I think that's pretty key. But you never know, right? This could be reasonable to say, like, maybe we play 1 less that and play 1 Deadly Cover-Up just to give you a chance. I don't think... Actually, you know what? I don't even think having a ton more Villainous Wealth is significantly better. Like, if I was going to play, I'd go 2 Deadly Cover-Up and 1 Villainous Wealth. Because while the extra damage is good, it's kind of incidental in the grand scheme of things. It's not crazy, but it does have an upside to it, so I don't mind that. Otherwise, I will say this. I don't think you're realistically going to beat the control decks. I think, or the true, like, blue-white, Jeskai, you know, counter-heavy control decks. Because we just have so many dead cards in those matches, and we have a lot of cards that are largely irrelevant to their situation, right? They can wait to try to counter the Lilianas and the Ugins or whatever. If anything, the way you get out of those games is some of your stuff getting countered, and then you're able to stick one of the Terminus and then just activate it, and it sits around. It just never gets exiled, right? That's probably the way you win those games. But those are going to be really tough. You can get, obviously, the spot removal to hold up against, like, the mono green, landfall, stuff like that. So those are all reasonable. But I will say this, too. Overall, our results were only, like, 7 and 4. So I don't know if I would even heavily recommend this. Because a couple of those matches I think we got really favored us. I think there are going to be some matchups that you're going to run into that just are going to be tough. I don't even know if... I think Mono White and Mono Green are probably better Ugin decks. But if you do want to play Mono Black Ugin, this is at least playable and you get some wins with it. I just don't know if it's my favorite. But maybe other people have more experience. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, leave a comment down below anyway, so you're eligible for this week's drawing. Because you know how that goes. We like to give stuff away. We just need y'all to participate. Otherwise, this link will be over at Moxfield, where you can download it. Remember to download stuff, or actually load your stuff over there. Download my stuff from Moxfield. It's been a long weekend. I was hanging out with people at Command Fest down in Vegas. But anyway, y'all have some fun with this. It's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.